Hi, I'm Chef Calvin, and today with Paderno, we're going to be making creme brulee. We start with 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and we add a vanilla bean. I'm going to split the vanilla bean down the center, and then into the cream, I'm going to scrape out the very tiny seeds of the vanilla bean pod. And this is where vanilla extract and flavoring comes from. And so the pod, I'm going to put in there as well as those little tiny seeds. And then I'm going to simmer that on the stove for about 10 minutes or so. The next thing we want to do is to prepare our eggs for the creme brulee. And in this case, we're only going to use the egg yolks. We're now going to take our whisk and beat up our 6 egg yolks for a couple of minutes. You can add the sugar to the cream, or you can add it into the egg yolks. I like to add it into the egg yolks and give that a really good mixing. I have some cream and vanilla bean that has already simmered here, and I'm going to slowly incorporate it into the egg yolks. Now this is very hot, meaning very cold, and you don't want to cook the eggs. So you're just going to put it in a very steady stream. I'm just going to leave the vanilla pods in the pot, but I want those little vanilla beans. And I'm just going to continue whisking that up. And once that's well incorporated, we're going to take our ramekins. And we're going to fill them with the custard mixture. Creme brulee will put the sugar topping on a little bit later after it's cooked. Creme caramel, you pour a simple sugar syrup on the bottom that's been caramelized and pour your custard on top and bake it that way. There we go. Then we're going to set up a custard water bath because custard likes a fairly slow, steady heat. So we're just going to take some very hot water and we want to put our dishes into the water, and we want it to come up about 2/3 on the sides, and then we'll put it in the oven. So we've taken our creme brulee out of the oven after being in the oven for about 30 minutes or so. We then refrigerate them for a couple of hours. They're ready to come out of the oven when they're sort of nice and firm to the touch, and now they've totally cooled down from being in the fridge, and we're just going to put a very light layer of brown sugar on top. And of course we're going to do the brulee part, which is sort of burnt cream. So we're just going to take our little torch and we're going to basically brown up our brown sugar. And there we go. And once they cool down, you'll have a nice candied top. They can be garnished with some whipped cream and some fresh fruit, and you're good to serve creme brulee.